Well, hi, all my LGBT friends and others. What a week. We're back, and we're still on vacation, so I just wanted to just do a short little video on the gun rally in Anaheim. I guess it was really successful. 200 to 300 people showed up, so small numbers, yes, but a good beginning. And they're going to have a rally in San Diego, Second Amendment rally in San Diego, and also in Sacramento is lined up. So please get out there if you're in that area and support the Second Amendment here in California, our rights, okay? And also, I would encourage you to look at the California Constitution as opposed to the United States Constitution, and you will see in there that they have changed the language stating that if it's not explicit in the California Constitution as to what your right is to have, if it doesn't state it in there, then you don't have a right to it. So you could have a potbelly stove and they can come in and take it if it's not stated in there that it's your right to have it. You know, and I know I'm being ridiculous, but it is ridiculous, because if you have a semi-automatic weapon, which is, you know, is nothing like the military has, and is, ooh, scary black gun, you know, it's not there's nothing scary about it. It's, you know, you should be scared for the person whose hands it's in, not, you know, the tool itself. But anyway, so please look at that and then tell me, you know, what you think of what it says, and, you know, we can have, you know, some kind of conversation about it. Because I think that the language should be changed. I mean, my thinking is that the Constitution, you know, I think federally it trumps the state. But again, you know, I think it's up to the states. And so we need to change the language to say that, you know, our right as an American citizen is the right to choose whatever weapon we see fit to support ourselves with. I mean, even Judge Janine says, go out and buy a gun. Get a gun. It is your right to own a gun, and to protect yourselves, especially in this climate. So let's have a conversation about that, okay? Also, what else I wanted to say? The GOP. Yay, Donald. Go Donald, man. Goodness wins out. I love that Wikileaks let out all these emails, you know, against Hillary and her campaign manager. What a sleaze. Oh, man. You know, that is rigging the election. Hillary should step down from this election. I mean, she, you know, she's the one, the buck stops with her. She should step down, okay? I mean, shame on all of them, all right? Shame on them for doing what they did to Bernie Sanders, even though I don't agree with one thing that he has to say, because I am not a socialist. I'm a populist, I'm for the people, but I'm also for God, and socialism does not work. Paul said, if you are able-bodied and you can work, you eat. If you are a widow back then and you didn't have any support, then he made provisions for you. So God did not intend us to be a socialist country. You can work and you can do your part, then do your part and contribute. Don't sit back and wait for some stupid Obama phone, okay? Do your part. Stop, you know, sitting back and doing nothing and expecting the government to give you food stamps. You can work, all right? If you are a single mother and you have children, and yet you are still able to work, then I think there should be provisions out there for these certain situations. But again, you got yourself pregnant, okay? It's your responsibility. What you do, there's consequences, okay? I'm sorry that your parents didn't teach you this, or teach you manners, or teach you rules and regulations and how to be polite and how to, be a civil adult in a society, okay? And a lot of parents have been lax on their training of their children of how they should say even the simplest things like please and thank you. When I was in Colorado this past week, I did notice a mother and a grandmother teaching their daughter how to say please and thank you, and I was so thankful for that. And that was actually at the LA airport. So good on them. But if you got yourself in a situation, you have to pay the consequences for it. And so, just like if I ask the Lord for certain things, I better be ready for what's going to come up and what the consequences of that asking is going to lead to. Okay, so I'm speaking for myself as well. As for you. Anyway, so that's, I just wanted to, get that in there also. And, you can see with what's going on with the DNC and Hillary and everything that her world, the Clintons and their clan, their elite gang, if you will, is, going down. And now Wikileaks has said that they're going to release even more emails. Yahoo! I hope stuff comes out that, is going to force this evil person, Hillary Clinton, to step down, because she and her husband, George Soros, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all of those people are evil people, okay? And they deserve to be in jail, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm calling a spade a spade. I think, where there's smoke, there is fire, okay? And there's too many things. Look, Hillary, all right, her thesis was on Saul Alinsky. His hero was Lucifer. That is no joke, okay? He thought that Lucifer was, the be-all, end-all, because he left God's kingdom and set up his own kingdom, all right? Hello, God is the one that made that little thing, okay? And, he's evil, all right? So she worshiped him and, did her whole college thesis on him. And now her mentor, and one of them, is George Soros, who brought down the sterling in England. He's known as a murderer. He's a felon. Okay, he's one that's behind Black Lives Matter. He gave a house to one of the Black Lives leaders to live in. Okay, free. Look, you guys are being slaves to George Soros. All right, another big old white master. And Hillary selecting her VP, she didn't select a Mexican American. She didn't select an African American. Okay, no, she selected a white guy, an old white dude. All right, this is showing her true white supremacy beliefs. And she has even stated, you look it up, she has stated that she is very proud of her white supremacy. Okay, very proud to be a part of the KKK. All right, that's the truth. All right, because it is also was taught to her generation in that time. I don't know if it still is. It may still be, but I know this because even in my own family, my grandfather, okay, was deaf. He didn't have a really good education. All right. He came from a family of 15 in North Carolina, and he was forced into the KKK. And he was forced how? to watch a lynching, all right? And that would scar any kid to thinking, well, if I don't join, I might end up like that, okay? I'm not excusing it, but when I was older, and he would come over, and I had, black friends. I was in track, I was, a jock growing up, and he would use the N-word, and I would be livid. I would just be like, are you crazy? What? And also I had friends who were mixed races, Irish, Mexican, and, loved going to Mexican restaurants and talking to the chefs and the people there. And, my grandfather was just a definitely white supremacist guy, okay? Even though he was a Christian and a minister and stuff, he had prejudices because of people misinterpreting the Bible, okay? Oh, whoa, boy, we live in such a mess, okay? Anyway, so those are my thoughts so far, and things that I've heard and seen this week when I had a chance. But anyway, glad to be back home, and I'm going to continue reading with the book of Leviticus, and we're just going to keep going on through the Bible. Please, if you have any questions about it, leave me a comment. Do give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. I'm not getting paid for this at all. I didn't, put on the YouTube thing, I want to get some money. I'm not doing that. This is for the LGBT community and Christians, and I'm doing it, this is God's work. So I'm not asking for anything monetarily. This is for him. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye.